Hello everybody, my name is Michael, and we're going to continue this playthrough of Dark Souls 2. And we're going to continue on with the regular story mode and do the giant memories. Now I said memories, not memories. We don't get to see any giant memories. If you're interested in that, I suggest you consult the internet. And why wouldn't you be interested in that? Because hey, I also want to point out that this guy is holding this thing with one hand choked all the way up at the top and one hand on the shaft, despite this titanic handle he has here that he could easily hold it on. That seems a little peculiar. The giant memories you have to access in the first area of the game, the Forest of Fallen Giants, and I think that's clever, that you have to go back to the very first area of the game in order to discover the last area of the game, and this is indeed, before the DLC or anything, the last area in the game you have to go to, the last new area, before you fight the final boss, Nashandra. And in order to access the giant memories, we have to find the giants that have turned into trees in the Forest of Fallen Giants. And when we go in there, now, I should point out that a number of people I've seen online pointed out that it's really confusing and difficult to them to find out where you have to go after the dragon gives you the mist heart. I have to confess I was not, because it made so much sense, you know. I have to talk to this dragon, peer into the memory. Oh god. I forgot to mention that the Forest of Fallen Giants is a big invasion area, and I'm being invaded, so fucking wonderful, you know? We're just gonna have to we're gonna have to wait until this is over, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. But anyway, it just seems so right and so normal, you know, for the for you to come here to the memories. It just makes sense to me. If it didn't to somebody else, that is unfortunate. And because I had wondered what had happened with the with those trees from the beginning. Hello. Okay. All right. Whoops, a daisy doodle. Yes! Extra tits. I got very lucky there. Because I think he took a significant amount of damage on the fall, too. Just like I did, so, you know, poetic justice. That he died because of the fall. But anyway, I'm gonna go rest at this bonfire. And then just go to the memories and talk there. These giant memories are... What they are is, you know, essentially we time travel back into the past. And that's not the first time we did something like that in the Souls games, because the Artorias of the Abyss DLC took place in the past. So, how to access them, we have to go up to these giants, press green, and the Ashen Mist Heart will lead them inside. Fortunately, I do not believe we can be invaded in there, so that's comforting. And we're going back into the final days of the Kingdom of Drangleic. This has been a common theme in Demon Souls as well, where we got to see the last stand made against the demons and dragons by the forces of Boletaria. We get to see the same thing here. And here we're going to meet the owner of the Drangleic armor. And he has the most idiotic name in all of Dark Souls, and we're going to go talk to him in just a second.
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers, and I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness, this is no place for you. I am Drummond, and the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass, but leave this place immediately. Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine. Long ago, the king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land. The giants have wills of steel. They cannot find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them. That is most certainly their king. He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying. My blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Those who live by the sword will die by it. And I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Be gone with you. This fort will soon fall. Be gone before the giants are entirely upon us. Be gone with you.
An epic speech. It's a very, very impressive, filled with awesome lore, and I want to talk about it. But before we do that, let's laugh at his unbelievably stupid name. Now, some of you may be too young to remember this, but there was a sitcom many ages ago, far back in the distant mists of time, called the 1980s. And there was a character in it named Mr. Drummond. And naming a character Drummond after that is especially stupid. You've seen a number of stupid names in this area. 5 Smooth and Silky Stones, very useful. But aside from that, a very cool speech, very well done. It just sounded really cool. It sounded amazing. I really, really liked that. Warning? Yeah, maybe. And here we are in the last final days of Drangleic, when the giants finally smashed into the kingdom. And we learn, oh god, you see, we're going to be kicked out of this memory soon. I forgot to mention this, but these are the giants, by the way. They're obviously very big and very tough. Whoa. There's a fire seed around here. I'm just going to grab it. But we're going to be kicked out of this memory in a minute, because for some reason they don't want you to stay in these areas for very long. You see, we just got kicked out, and we're going to have to go back in. You can go back in however many times you want, but it just seems crazy. Why would they kick you out? So I don't know how long that took, but it wasn't very long. But you only get to stay in there a few minutes, so you have to go back in multiple times to get the stuff you want. Usually I don't even want to fight the enemies in there, because those giants are big and tough and dangerous, and you have a limited amount of time to go in there and do them. Now, this memory is... We learned some things about Drangleic. We learned that the battle against the giants has apparently lasted for, 3 generations? I forgot to mention that if you come back here after dying, or after he breaks through that wall, every time you come back here, he's going to be waiting at this door, and he can just smash right through it and kill you. Weirdly enough, you can actually backstab these guys. I wouldn't have thought that. That's very peculiar that you can do that. You know, but, well, there you go. They don't seem about the right size to be able to backstab. But I know I'm going all over the place, but it's just I have so little time to do it. Apparently the battle against the giants has been going on for around, 3 generations. His father and grandfather both fought this war. And maybe it's been going on for 100 years that they've been fighting these giants, that they've been invading. And we also learned that the king pillaged and took something from the land of giants. Was that the Lord vessel that we saw in Majula? Who knows? Maybe. That's a theory I had. But whatever it was, it gave him the power in order to create this mighty kingdom of mighty wonders, like golems that could shape buildings and so forth. And, whoa, that guy is poisoned, by the way. That one right in front of me. I didn't really know about that roaring too much. I usually just, I forgot about that. This is just a soul item. You don't really need to worry about it. And so, these giants are barbarians, they're called, and presumably the giants are the same giants that we found in Drangleic, or excuse me, in Lordran, in Dark Souls 1. Just go up this ladder here and run across here, just follow what I'm doing. But what happened to these giants after the events of Dark Souls 1, where they transformed into these bizarre monsters? These, these lifeless husks or something like that? Or was their intelligence stolen from them or something? I don't... Fine work, trio. That's nice. And, I don't know exactly what it was that happened, but they seem to have degenerated into these monstrous barbarians who really don't understand anything, can't speak, don't have faces, and just use primitive stone weapons. But, well, whatever happened, I guess you can use this as a sniper spot against those guys. You may have noticed that we got hit by some pyromancy there. There were 2 guys standing on here, I think they fell down there, that had pyromancy that were throwing at us, and they're pretty darn powerful. Soul of a Great Hero, Bonfire Ascetic. Those are the ones that we fought way back when in the Black Gulch underground there, and they are just as tough now as they were then. We're going to be going over there to that one now. And on the ground there is a giant. Oh my goodness, that took a lot of health away. There's a giant that we're going to be running up to, pressing green, and we're going to collect a soul of a giant from him. And we're going to have to collect those from all of these levels. Is it Soul of a Hero? No, it's Rouge Water. And if you look very closely, this is actually the area in Forest of Fallen Giants. That was the area with the salamanders in it. This is the area, minus the water, where we got the Fire Longsword. And that's where we just were up there, where Melentia originally was. So, let us head up here. Get a fair amount of goodies in here. And when you want to leave, you just can go click on the giant there. Just click on the giant again and you automatically leave the memory. There are 2 other things we want to get here, though. A shield in this chest, and a giant warrior club, which is one of the giant clubs that these guys are using. But it's hard to get without dying. I think that is all for this area that we needed to get. So until the mist fades, or I die, I'm going to keep talking. I only have about a minute or so anyway. So this area was the last stand of the forces of Drangleic in the Forest of Fallen Giants. And what happened to the giants afterwards? I've questioned before whether the giants won, really, or whether they were, I did not know you could come down here, sir. Hello, how are you? Very good. Whoa! Okay. Okay, we got things going on. I'm trying to talk here. I'm fighting for my life. Okay, here we go. Now that we have the soul of the giant, and I think all of the stuff in that area that we needed to get, the Giant's Warrior Club, the Kite Shield, a couple of Souls of Heroes, that's about it. We're going to go to the next one, and that is where we went originally to the Lost Bastille from, after the Pursuer boss room. That's if you fight him normally, not if you fight him the way we did. We'll also be meeting a friend near there, who we're going to have to chat with. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there, I can tell you. So I do actually like these giant memory areas because they do look cool. There's a good atmosphere there. I love a sort of a city under siege kind of atmosphere. That's pretty cool. It seems clear to Drummond, when he mentions about the king and his madness, that the king has gone insane to some degree by the time of that memory, that he has completely lost his head and maybe had already wandered down to the undead crypt. Why he did that, what the people thought of him about, I mean, they said he was possessed by some madness. They deliberately say that the king did wrong by going there to the land of giants, and that can be compared to King Allant in Demon Souls and his use of the soul arts, which apparently aroused the Great Old One and caused a lot of the troubles in the kingdom. So they're both stories of kings that used dark things in order to bring prosperity to their people and then sort of were, well, suffered because of it. Let's talk to Benhart, though.
Well, we meet again. What are you doing here? Who'd have thought we'd meet in a place like this? Fate just won't let us stay apart, will she? See, the old sword's caught your attention. Well, you've a good eye then. That has been in my family for generations. They say it is crafted with moonlight, and we all know what that means. It wards off evil. And I wouldn't trade her for all the riches in the world. It's said that no man has ever teased out the sword's true power. But in the right hands. I see you've taken a liking to the sword. Well, I applaud you, for you've a sharp eye. But this is one sword, pal, that I wouldn't be giving up. If you still insist on having it, then you will have to pry it from my cold hands. We have outwitted death a good many times. Oh, my dear friend, take these. I've a great debt to you, and I'll never forget it. I, Benhart, swear by my honour to aid you in your darkest hour, so no problem, pal. I've a great debt.
That they actually wrote out in the subtitles, teased oot, O-O-T. It really tickles me. I like that. And because normally I think we'd have to fight one more boss fight, the boss fight with the Giant Lord, in order to be able to get Benhart's armor and weapons. But fortunately we've summoned him in the DLC and he survived, luckily enough, so we don't have to do that. But we can summon him for a couple more fights. One with Nashandra. Can he be summoned for that? Yeah, he can be summoned for that fight. And one with the Giant King, which we have to defeat in one of these places. He will move permanently to his next location, which is inside of this memory. Inside of this memory there is a great item, another lance, one of my favorite weapons in the whole game. But it is kind of tricky to get. So, I think I might actually put on the furry kitty pants, which is why I'm glad I got them in the last episode. And the Silver Cat ring, as I'm a teensy bit worried about this next battle. Also, there is a battle currently going on in this one. Unlike the other one where there were just giants fighting, there is a battle going on between the forces of Drangleic and the giants at this moment. So we have to be very careful walking around in it. There's also some cool stuff we can get out here. And these forces of Drang Lake, these hollow soldiers, these guys are tough as nails compared to their counterparts, the undead ones later on. I'm shocked the giants were able to win. These guys are really tough. I'm surprised that guy didn't attack me from the back. Oh boy. Took me a little bit to figure out this thing here. I completely bypassed it and only went back, only found it later on. But we have a Pharaoh's Lockstone device here. This is very useful. And there's a bit of a troll in here. In fact, I may just want to show it to you because it's so neat, but it may kill me also. Do not put a Pharaoh's Lockstone in here. They're trying to trick you. There's actually a wall here that you could use, and you can get an amazing set of armor called the Steel Set. And this is one of my favorite helmets in the entire game, because it has kind of a plume on top of it of steel, and it reminds me of Centurion helmets, and I really like it. There's also Fire Seed, maybe? Fire Seed. And in this chest, which is trapped, there are 3 souls of a hero, so that's 30,000 souls. That's very impressive that we can get that. Let's grab this here. And I just want to show this to you because it looks neat. But I think it's the only one of these in the game. Well, see? It shoots out a saw blade out of it. And I think it just continues to do it, right? Yeah. I don't know if I want to try to block that, though, but that's pretty neat. Maybe there are traps like that in the Doors of Pharos or Grave of Saints, I'm not sure. But this battle raging on here is very confusing, especially because we are actually attacked by the humans, by the hollow soldiers, which is really confusing because I assumed when I first came in here that because I talked to Drummond first and he said, I will give you leave, I will let you pass your trespass and we wouldn't be attacked. But both of them will be attacking us along with each other. You kind of just have to watch what I'm doing here. I wish, oh fucking hell. He turned around mid-attack that was aimed elsewhere and fucking hit me. I can't believe that. Fucking horseshit. If all of the Drangleic soldiers have died, this is going to be virtually impossible. This prick is the real problem. Oh, we didn't take any damage there. That's nice. Thank goodness. There is one guy behind a ballista. Oh, there is one Drangleic soldier left there. What we have to come over here and do is come over here and hit this scaffolding here. And that will knock down a platform that we need to roll onto. You cannot drop down onto it or else you'll fall. You gotta roll down onto it. And then you have to run off. You can't roll. You have to... Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna have to try that again. God damn it. Soul of a Giant, that's what we came here for. And these guys will attack you, and with their ballistas too. So, that's crap. You know? I mean, I'm a human too. Why would you attack me? I'm not one of the giants, you can tell that, right? There's also another soul item up top here. Up that ladder. I'm gonna make another attempt to go up there. I don't know if I have enough time now, though. Yeah, I don't have enough time. I'm not gonna bother. But I will try to get up here to get this soul item. I think it's just like a soul of a proud knight, maybe? Or is it soul of a... I don't know. Soul of a brave warrior? There are 2 guys with bows shooting at us up here, so we have to move fast. Soul of a proud knight. And we're going to have a lot more time when we come back because we didn't do that whole first part with, getting the steel armor. Where we're trying to get is... you missed it there. Okay. We're going to go right back in. And, of course, all of the enemies have respawned. So, yeah. Hopefully we can kind of run by them. Not the first enemies, though. Those guys we're going to have to fight. And we just don't have enough room to get a good run going in that first go-through. It's very difficult. Thank the fucking Lord. We're not going to discuss how long it took to do this, because a little piece of my soul is gone now. Oh, fucking hell. There it is, the Grand Lance. Jesus. Thank the fucking gods I can backstab you, little prick. Sorry I'm getting salty, guys, but this whole thing made me mad. I mean, it took me like 5 minutes when it could have taken me 30 seconds. And that's not okay. Bonfire aesthetics. Might be something back here. No? Okay, but that's how you gotta get that. You have to roll down onto it and then jump from that off to here. It's really, really, really agonizing. I frickin' hate it. I frickin' hate it. Ugh. But I think I'm going to call it an episode around here. I just want to go back to Majula and show you the movesets of, or we'll show you how the thing looks. It's got pretty much the same moveset as the Hyde Great Lance. But I just want to show you how it looks. Also, to my dismay, the Grand Lance, despite obviously being superior because it is grand, does have a better look to it. I really enjoy the look of that one more than the Hyde Knight Great Lance, but I'm committed to using the Great Lance for a while because it's pretty awesome. I'm still upset that that took so long. And I actually died along the way, by the way. I was killed by the giants, most unfairly, I should mention. But anyway, let's take a look at what the Grand Lance looks like. This is more what I think of when I think of a lance than the one I have there. This really looks incredible. And it's got pretty much the same moveset. It looks really, really cool. I think it might actually do more damage. This might stay at a C. I'm not sure about that if it goes up to a B, but I think it just looks really cool. We're going to be finishing off the boss of the memory areas, the Giant King, in another episode. But until then, praise the sun.